Be careful.
Buffeted by reporters, he is the rarest of American politicians, a self-declared democratic socialist, now hoping to break free from a crowded pack.
Thank you very much.
At 78, Bernie Sanders is also the oldest candidate in the race, but paradoxically his greatest appeal is to young millennial voters.
I think you're seeing it all over this country. As an involvement, as young people get increasingly involved into the political process, they are worried about climate change. They are worried about racism and sexism and homophobia. They are worried.
President Pete! President Pete!
But Sanders has rivals everywhere he looks, including Pete Buttigieg, the young pretender from Indiana.
We're feeling great.
And from another candidate gaining traction, Amy Klobuchar,
Have fun.
the senator from Minnesota. But people were also queuing for another political show here. For into this mix came the great disruptor. The president himself trying to steal the headlines in New Hampshire. Practicing as well his attack lines for any of the Democrats who may emerge as his eventual competitor.
We are going to defeat the radical socialist Democrats. We are going to win New Hampshire in a landslide.
Despite all those jabs from the president last night and from his supporters here today, it is still far from clear who is the strongest Democratic contender for the White House. Some voters fear that Biden is too old, that Sanders is too radical, and that Mayor Pete is simply too inexperienced. If Sanders emerges as the Democratic contender, you think that Trump is walking to a second term?
Not a problem at all. Bernie scares people. First of all, there's nothing to tell how he's going to pay for things. And second of all, in the U.S., the idea of socialism gets painted with such a broad brush that it could be Bernie Sanders or Joe Stalin. People wouldn't know the difference.
The former vice president is trying to show resilience.
Do you know what's going wrong with your campaign?
There's nothing going wrong with our campaign.
But Joe Biden faces likely humiliation tonight, possibly coming in 5th place. If Bernie Sanders wins, it will be a slingshot into the next set of contests. It will also terrify centrist Democrats who believe he is doomed to lose against Donald Trump. Robert Moore, News at 10, New Hampshire.